I never expected the words, "We want to come to a compromise," to make me feel so cornered. But there I was, sitting across from my brother Caleb and his fiancée Sophie, with our parents uncomfortably hovering nearby, trying to mediate. Caleb leaned forward, visibly tense. Sophie sat beside him, her expression a blend of guilt and entitlement. "Leah," Caleb began, "we know you've got your own plans for the trust fund, and we respect that. But Sophie and I, we're really in a tough spot right now. Planning a wedding, figuring out our future. Even just a little help from you could make a big difference." Sophie jumped in before I could even process. "Exactly. It doesn't have to be half. Just something to show you care. It's not just about the money, it's about family." That word, family, was starting to feel like a weapon. I took a breath, trying to steady my voice. "I've said this a million times, the trust fund isn't even available yet. And even if it were, I have plans for it. I'm not giving it away." My dad shifted in his seat, clearly uncomfortable. "Leah, we're not saying give them half, just maybe consider helping them with a small portion. It could go a long way to ease tension in the family." My jaw clenched. So I was supposed to give away money I didn't even have access to, just to keep the peace. Caleb sighed like I was exhausting him. "It's not just about the money. It's about showing you care. You're in such a good position right now, and this could help us start our life." I glanced at Sophie, who had the gall to look smug, as if she already had one hand on my trust fund. "This isn't fair," I said, my voice straining. "I've worked hard to plan for my future. This money is part of that. Why should I give it up just because you two decided to get married?" Sophie's smile faded. "It's not about fairness, Leah. It's about family. Caleb and I have supported you. Now we need help, and you're shutting us out. That's really disappointing." Before I could respond, my mom chimed in, voice soft but loaded with guilt. "Leah, maybe this could bring the family closer together. Sometimes it's better to compromise than to hold on to something so tightly." And that's when I broke. "I'm not holding on tightly," I snapped. "I'm following the rules of the trust, and I have my own goals." "Why is that so hard to understand?" Silence. Then Sophie, voice dripping ice, "I think the real issue is you're not willing to put the family first." That was it. I stood up. "I'm not selfish. I'm not the villain here. I just won't give you what you want. That doesn't make me a bad sister." My dad tried to stop me as I reached the door. "Leah, wait, we just want a solution that works for everyone." "You mean a solution that works for Caleb and Sophie," I said. "Because that's what this has always been about." And I left. Update 3, harassed and isolated. The aftermath was brutal. The calls, the texts, the guilt tripping, it never stopped. Family members told me I was selfish, cold, greedy. No one cared that I didn't have access to the money yet, or that it was legally tied up. All they saw was that I was withholding. But the final straw came when my cousin Natalie, one of the few people still in my corner, called to warn me. Apparently, Sophie had been spreading rumors at family gatherings, saying things like, "Leah doesn't care about her family," and "she's too obsessed with money to help her own brother." Even worse, Natalie said Sophie had been asking around about my finances. Who I banked with, how much I made. That's when I knew I needed a lawyer. I booked a consultation with a local estate attorney and explained everything. She was horrified. "This is harassment," she said. "And your trust is airtight. No one but you will ever access it." She advised me to document everything: messages, emails, voicemails. If it continued, we'd send a cease and desist letter. So I did just that. I combed through every text, saved every passive-aggressive voicemail, and built a file. Then Sophie took her drama to social media. Vague, bitter posts about selfish relatives and family betrayal. People began messaging me, asking what was going on. One day, a coworker pulled me aside. "Just so you know," she said, "someone's been calling HR pretending to be a family member. Asking about your salary." I felt sick. I told my lawyer. Her answer was simple: "It's time for the cease and desist." We sent the letter. It was professional but firm, detailing Sophie's behavior, making it clear it had to stop or there would be consequences. Caleb called me, furious. You sent a legal letter to my fiancé. Do you know how embarrassing this is? I stayed calm. She crossed a line, Caleb. Multiple lines. I had no choice. But Caleb didn't get it. This is about family, not lawyers. If it were really about family, I said, she wouldn't be digging into my bank records and lying behind my back. Click. He hung up. Update 4, the text that changed everything. A few days later, the universe did something wild. Caleb meant to text Sophie, but accidentally sent a group message to our entire extended family chat. And just like that, the truth came out. Are you serious? His message read, "You've been bragging about securing the bag this whole time. I found those messages you sent your friends." He attached screenshots. Sophie's private messages, mocking me, calling me selfish, saying things like, "Don't worry, Leah will cave. Her parents will push her hard enough." Another read, "Leah's obsessed with her little business dreams. That money was meant to be shared." The family chat exploded. My mom, "Sophie, is this true?" My dad, "You said you were trying to make peace. Were you lying?" Sophie tried to backpedal. It was all taken out of context. I was venting about stress. No one believed her. Later that night, Caleb called me again, voice shaking. "Leah, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for you to find out that way. I was going to confront her in private. Why didn't you speak up sooner?" I asked, trying not to scream. "You've defended her for months." "I didn't know how bad it was," he admitted. "But now, I do." Final update. Freedom, at last. The fallout was massive. Sophie's wedding plans crumbled. The venue was cancelled. Dress returned. Invitations pulled. She disappeared from social media. Stopped showing up at family events. Her lies had finally caught up with her. My parents, they changed. My dad apologized, truly, saying, "We were wrong. We didn't listen. I'm sorry." My mom cried and hugged me. "I should have believed you. I'm so sorry, sweetheart." It didn't fix everything, but it was a start. Caleb. He broke things off with Sophie. "I can't be with someone who treated you like that," he told me. I let her manipulate me. And I'm getting help to figure out why. I respected that. But I still needed distance. I set firm boundaries, with Caleb, with my parents. No more guilt. No more pressure. This entire experience taught me something invaluable. Sometimes family hurts you more than anyone else can, and it's okay to walk away to protect yourself. Now, I'm rebuilding my life, on my terms. No more compromise. No more silence. Just peace.